Namaste, beloved community. I apologize for being late today. I was having a hard time getting on and getting the rest of my stuff done. I don't know about you, but this week is flying by and the energies are so powerful. It this whole month, April. April is a huge month. It's a huge change month. It's a huge transformation month. It's a huge month for paying attention to what your heart and soul is trying to release and realign yourself with. We just had that new moon in the sign of Aries, which is the first sign of the astrological um, calendar. Aries is the beginning of the astro astrological calendar. Say that 3 times fast. And it's a fire sign. It's all about independence and shedding old ways and grabbing onto your dreams and your desires. And it's more about you and what you're wanting. And interestingly enough, the other planets are there supporting this transformation. With this new moon, it's time to let go of the life expectations that were given to you as a child or at birth and claim the life that you desire, that you dream of, that your heart yearns for you to do and be and create. But we have to let go of the past. We have to let go of the old patterns. We've been in a year and a half, 2 year, almost forced at the beginning, but time for introspection, right? 2 years ago, we were stuck in COVID. That was the beginning of the isolation and the travel restrictions, and people were being quarantined and forced to stay within and not go out. And it gave us an opportunity to do just that, to go within our own beings. Now the world is opening up much more. It's been open somewhat, and some places much more than others, but it's far more open now across the board. And spring, which is the sign of Aries, also represents springtime. It comes in with the spring equinox in March and runs until the third week of April. And so springtime is all about rebirth and regrowth, new growth, and transformation and awakening and creation. So right now you are being asked to take responsibility for the roles you are choosing in your own life. Are you still being the victim? Are you being a perpetrator? Are you being the rescuer? It takes two to tango, so to speak. It takes someone willing to play one of the other roles in order to continue that triangle. And sometimes we do that with ourselves. We victimize ourselves. So right now, you are being asked to get on the same page or the same team or the same side for yourself. Do you believe in yourself? Do you champion yourself? Do you tell yourself things like you're not pretty enough, or you're overweight, or you're not talented, or you aren't smart enough to do something, or are you negative to yourself? Do you tell yourself that you can't? Is that your go-to identity? I can't. I don't have enough money. I don't have enough education. I don't have. Do you tell yourselves that? We've talked on here before about the importance of our words, what we speak, what we think, and what we allow others to say to us. Our bodies are 70+% water. Water has a consciousness it holds on to. It's been proven by Dr. Emoto. And I know I've talked about him before too. Go look at his work along with Veda Austin, who has taken it even further, which is amazing. So our bodies, our cells have consciousness. We have a soul. This month, these energies right now, which are so huge, are really pushing you and prodding you to clear away those limiting beliefs, those old habits, the habits of thinking that you're not enough, the habits of thinking that you can't do something, the habits of society saying, oh, if you went to school to become a doctor, you can't do anything else. Shame on you if you change. You just spent all this time and money. How could you want to do something else? Well, that is ridiculous. Who is anyone else to say that you should stay stuck doing something that is not fulfilling you? And that it was a waste of time and money because you don't want to do that for the rest of your life. Who says that? Who has a right to say that? People say that, but who has a right to say that? The bottom line is, this is your life. It's for you to make it what you want it to be. And if you went to school to be an engineer or a doctor, nurse, technician of some sort, therapist, there's hundreds of jobs, right? That people go to school for. Whatever you went to school for, if that is not fulfilling your heart and soul, why continue it out of guilt, out of shame? That does not make you happy. And it's not for waste because you learned something. Hi, Angel. I'm so glad you're here live as well. And I want to give a shout out that Angel is starting her own show coming up. Woohoo! So watch for that because you definitely want to catch that. And Angel, I apologize. I have not had a chance to reply to your email. I will, and I would love to be on your show sometime. So thank you for that invitation, and make sure that you check that out because Angel is a phenomenal person that I have been fortunate enough to connect with. She's been on my show a couple of times. Go back and look at that. Look for her show. She's incredible writer and just entrepreneur, and she has such a beautiful heart and soul, and it's just such an honor to connect with her. That you are definitely going to want to connect on her show, see her shows. I believe it's going to be on Thursdays. And so, Angel, if you want to put the details in the comments, that would be great. Thank you. And yes, I'm so excited because we need more shows. We need more inspirational people to come on and share how their life is and how they've overcome different yeah, that's what I thought. 11 o'clock Eastern time on Thursday starts next week. Catch an Angel live. Woo! Yes. Thank you. So right now, there's a huge solar flares happening. And if you don't believe me, look it up. Some of the symptoms of the huge solar flares, and I've been feeling this, are headaches, are concentration problems, memory, You can have fatigue and body aches and pains and congestion. I feel like I've been feeling like I've coming down with a cold, or it could be allergies somewhat too, because it is springtime in Boise, which is where I'm at right now. But it I feel off, and I know it has to do with the huge solar flares that are happening, because they are some of the largest that we've ever experienced on Earth, as far as they can document or have documented. So really know that you're not going crazy. Chances are there's not something wrong with you, that it's an energetic, because we are energetic beings. And so we are sensitive to the sun, we're sensitive to the moon, we're sensitive to the planets. And that doesn't get talked about enough. We are energetic beings that are connected. We feel strongly. So it's really important that with being with the new moon in the sign of Aries, us being the sun being in Aries right now, which is very fiery, and with the solar flares that are happening this week, you might feel more extreme highs and more extreme lows, and you might feel the same. You might feel extremely high and extremely low within the same day or within the same hour. Again, you're not going crazy. You are just feeling what's happening in the atmosphere. And that's okay. Stay in your own lane. What do I mean by that? I mean, don't let other people distract you, or other things, events distract you from doing your own inner work, because that is what, yeah, we have been encouraged to do inner work for the last 2 years. We are coming to a point that it's time to move to the next level, to put those finishing touches on what we've learned about ourselves for the last couple of years. Are you ready to up-level yourself? Have you been doing your work? Have you been paying attention to your emotions and asking, what in me called this to be? It's time to stay in that state of what is coming up for me that I need to release and transform, so that I can up level to a better me, right? So that I can, yes, lots of strong energies, Yvonne. Thank you. So that I can be the best me possible. Because right now, in this point in time, our consciousness level is gone further than it's ever gone. And like Shreen Kara said, we are not out of danger, so to speak, from imploding as humanity. It's time to stabilize that sea of neutrality. And that begins with me. That begins with you. That begins with us, yes, witnessing, being the witnesser of the witness, right? Witnessing the witness. And paying attention to what our habits are. Right now, we are being shown any addictions that we need to release. Maybe it's the addiction to self-sabotage. Maybe it's the addiction to self-loathing. Maybe it's an addiction to being a victim. Maybe it's an addiction to overeating or over drinking alcohol or smoking or spending too much or not trusting ourselves. Those are things that are coming up to look us straight in the face for us to reevaluate. Acknowledge starts with acknowledgement, but it takes action. It takes an average of 21 days to create a new habit. And during those 21 days, we can have many moments of hesitation, of doubt, of maybe we slip up. How are you then to yourself? Are you kind to yourself? Are you on your own team? Do you believe in yourself wholeheartedly? And if not, why not? It's time for you. You're being asked, you're being called, you're being prodded, you're being pushed to reconnect your heart and soul and become your own best friend. Love yourself more. Support yourself more. Believe in yourself more. Be your own biggest cheerleader and your own biggest champion. Be on your own team and stop sabotaging yourself. It's time for you to claim the life you were meant to have, what you came here for, what your soul pushed to come here at this moment in time to be. You have unique gifts and talents that you are supposed to share with the world for a purpose much bigger than you. It's time for you to stop self-sabotaging yourself. It's time for you to release those limiting beliefs, release society's expectations or family expectations or religious expectations or friends' expectations or community expectations of who you are supposed to be and claim who you authentically are. And only you can answer that question. Only you know what that is. No one else does. Nobody else knows who you're supposed to be. And no matter how psychic, spiritual, how many letters they have behind their name, how much schooling they've had, how long they've been in their position. And I am getting, oh my goodness, so much chatter from the angelic realm right now when I just said that, of affirmation of what I'm saying, that nobody else. Don't look outside yourself. Look within. I'm not saying don't take what other people have that you follow, like Sri and Kara. They offer some great stuff. But it's the saying that they use in AA. Not everything that someone else does, even someone that you follow, not 100% of what they do is right for you. Not 100% of what they recommend is right for you and your life. It's time for you to go within. It's time for you to connect with your own inner guidance. Your angels and guides are around you and they are trying to get your attention. Do you pay attention to your dreams? Do you write when you first wake up? Do you meditate when you first wake up and call forward that information and that guidance? I know I don't do it every day. I need to. That's one of my goals, is to stop limiting myself, stop blocking myself, and start listening more to my own inner guidance. Hi, Len. I'm glad you're here. I'm glad all of you are here. Receive therapies. Thank you for your comment. I appreciate it. Yes, it's so important to know what's going on in the world, because the sun with the solar flares, the moon where it's located, whether it's a new moon or a full moon, what sign it's in, the planet alignments, it all impacts us. It's all there to support our evolvement. And it's important to try to understand what's going on. Otherwise, it's so easy to feel like there's something wrong with us when there's nothing wrong with you. You are a human having a human experience. You are a spiritual being having a human experience. Let me correct myself. And you forget who you are. And that's part of what we came here to do, is remember who we are. Remember you are the master. Remember you have the answers within you. You don't need to look for them outside of you. Now, it's important to have a community. It's important to find your tribe. It's important to find those people that will help you stay on your path, that will help encourage you to take that action, to break free from those limiting beliefs, from the boxes that society and family and community have tried to put you in from the time you were born. Whether you were born male or female, you were put in a box with full of expectations and limiting beliefs. And it wasn't done to hurt you. It was done by well-meaning adults and other people, other older siblings or aunts and uncles, or, schoolmates, teachers, religious leaders, country leaders, city leaders, your community. It was done to support and based on their limiting beliefs of what they believe is the right way to do things. We weren't taught to go within, to figure out what spurs our soul, what feeds our soul, what feeds your soul, what makes you so excited to get out of bed. Are you going to a job every day that you dread? That you dread Mondays, you dread getting up, you dread going in? And then when it comes to the weekend, you're so excited to go fishing or hiking or biking or on a little trip. You don't need as much sleep because you're so excited, right? It's a mindset. It's a mindset. But it's also doing things that feed our soul. So are you just going through the motions of life, empty, unfulfilled, unhappy, fulfilling other people's dreams and desires? Or are you passionate and fulfilling yours and excited? It's a fiery month, and it's interesting that the sun is in the sign of Aries, which is fire. We just had the new moon in Aries, fire. And we have this huge solar flares happening, fire. It's time. It's encouraging us to have that breakdown so we can have that breakthrough. We are being shown, especially this week right now, by Friday, there is going to be something in your life, if it hasn't already happened, that you are going to change. It can be something subtle, like you used to hate peas and somebody encouraged you to try them a different way and now you love them. Or it could be something much bigger. It's time for some sort of breakdown to have a major breakthrough, something that will change your life. I would like to know what that is. If you feel like sharing, share with me. It's time to look at where we limit ourselves. Are you drinking enough water to support your body? It's really important right now with all this fiery energy that we drink more water, because this also is placing impact on our kidneys, our liver, our lower back. So if you've got issues going on there, it's not in your head. It's the energies that are happening right now. So pay attention to that. Pay attention to that area. Drink more water. Right now is a great time to eat fresh berries. They help to cleanse and detox. And they are just coming into season right now. It's important to eat foods in season. They were created to support our body. The springtime is the time that we come out of hibernation. We start to move more. We go outside more because the weather is nicer. We get more sunlight, right? We get more vitamin D. It's our body shedding maybe some additional weight that we put on over the winter when we were more cooped up and it was colder. And we were eating more hearty foods, which is normal for our bodies. Pay attention. Pay attention to your bodies. Pay attention to what you put in them. Pay attention to how you feel. What are your emotions after you eat something? Do you feel energized or do you feel sluggish? Do you feel bloated and uncomfortable? Do you feel tired? Like you need to go take a nap after eating that? Pay attention. If you haven't done a food allergy test, I highly recommend it. And if you don't want to spend the money on that, you can kind of test yourself by keeping a food diary and eliminating a certain food group like dairy. Eliminate all dairy for 2 weeks and then add it in and document. How did I feel? What emotions came up? So I'm a certified holistic health and nutrition counselor, coach, whatever you want to call it. I haven't been doing a lot of that, but I'm going to be doing that again because that is something that really spurs my soul. Is helping people understand how to eat for that more energy and optimal health for their body, which is different than my body, which is different than your body, which is different than, my neighbors or next door or across the street or even my siblings or whatever. It's important to get back to you and listen to you. And that goes for spirituality. We are being encouraged to have a huge spiritual up level right now and over the next couple of months with the planet alignment. We have several planets in the sign of Pisces, which that's the fish, that's the ocean, that is emotion, water. It's about the depth of the ocean. Venus just went into Pisces yesterday, the sign of love. Jupiter is already there, the luck, the sign of luck and innovation. And Neptune is already there. Neptune is all about the underworld, your shadow side. and also dreams. What is possible? What do you want your life to look like? Raise your vibration by becoming on your own side, by believing in yourself, by loving yourself more, by being kinder to yourself. It's also important to be patient with others, because understand that with the solar flares and with being in the sign of Aries, all this fiery energy, it's about emotional eruptions, right? Fortunately, we have a full moon coming up next week in the air sign of Libra. It's going to be called the pink moon, pink full moon. And I know if you've been listening and following Sri and Kira, Monday Magic, they had Chief Phil on, which is phenomenal. And he's going to be there in September. Get your tickets, get your booked if you want to be there live. I know several people are already planning to go, and it's going to be an incredible event. But they talk about how getting to this full moon next week is so important to stabilize the sea of neutrality. We have, as all of you are aware, we have this war going on. I challenge you every day to send love to all the people in both countries, to the soldiers, so that their hearts would be touched, so that more stories would come out about them refusing to fight. That, I don't know about you, but that makes my heart happy when I hear about soldiers that refuse to fight and walk away, step away, refuse to kill. Let's hold all of them in so much love, because love is more powerful than anything. Let's pray for them, sending so much positive love and healing energy to both countries. It is heartbreaking to see the damage and the destruction that's happening. It's heartbreaking to hear the stories about people that have lost loved ones unnecessarily. Let's send love and healing light, and let's pray for a very speedy resolution, that the leaders, the powers that be that can decide to end this war, that their hearts will be touched, softened, and that they will come to a peaceful resolution quickly. We may never know what's really going on, but we can begin with ourselves. We can begin by making sure that we are living the life we were created to. Create the life your heart desires. Do you know what that is? If not, I challenge you to meditate and journal about it. Ask yourself, don't put any restraints on it. Pretend like money did not matter, that was unlimited, because it is. Resources, unlimited. That you can develop whatever talent. Really tap into your soul and ask it, what is it yearning to do? What is it yearning to be? What is it yearning to become? Now is the time to make that happen. Now is your time to step forward. Now is your time to shine. Think of those solar flares as coming down and shining a light right on you. What do you want the world to see? What do you want the world to know? What do you want to contribute? What is your purpose? Why did you come here? You made that choice to be here right now for a reason. And I'm so grateful that you are here right now and that we are here together. And whenever you see this video, it's the right time for you. And I hope it spurs something in you. I hope it makes you take a moment to bring a hand to your heart, connect to your heart and soul, send more love to yourself, to pay more attention to things that need to change in your life so that you have your best life, your most fulfilling life, that you put down one thing that's limiting you, whether it's a belief, a habit, an addiction, a relationship, a job, whatever it is. Put it down. Let it go. Thank it for the service because it got you to this point. But it's time not to be held back. It's time for you not to be held back anymore. It's time for you to spread your wings and be who you came here to be. Do what you came here to do. Change what you came here to change. You matter. You being here matters. Your energy matters. Your love matters. Yes, together we are better. And together, I'm so glad that we shared this time together. I always get much out of being here with you. And I'm always so grateful for each of you being here. I'm grateful for the angels and guides and the information that comes through. It helps me just as much as anyone else. So remember this week, if you feel defensive, if you feel stressed, if you feel scared, if you feel unsure, if you feel resistance, if you feel like you are being attacked, take a moment, take a breath, maybe even bring your hand to your heart and take a breath. Do the Ave Sa breath. Breathing in Ave, letting out with a big Sa. Let's do that again. Inhaling Ave, exhaling Sa. And one more time. Inhaling Ave, exhaling Sa. That took a matter of seconds. And that lowers your blood pressure. It gives yourself a moment to catch up with your emotions, to not just react, but to consciously make a choice. Allow your emotions to flow. Know that it's a fiery month. Know that we have that full moon next week, and I will be back live next week with guest Jim Onek from Epic Lasers, talk about light and light healing. I'm really excited to have him back on. He is going to be on monthly. Trying to figure out a week that works. It may be random, and we might be able to figure out like the second week or something. I don't know, but he's going to be a regular once a month on, which I'm very excited about because he has so much knowledge and the laser is so incredible. The light therapy, what it does, the miracles that are happening. So excited about that. So he will be on next week. Then in 2 weeks, I have the beautiful, talented, gifted, knowledgeable Lori Ellis back on, author, mentor. She is nutrition, exercise guru. She's 54 now, I believe, and she looks like she's maybe 35. She'll share some of her secrets and how she's been able to overcome illness that almost took her out, and how it put her on a 20+ year journey to find optimal health and wellness. And she's done a beautiful job. So she will be in 2 weeks. Jim Onek will be next week. Look for Angel's show on Thursdays at 11 a.m. Eastern time. So excited, Angel, for that. And just know that I am sending you so much love and light, that I see you, that I believe in you, that you are worthy. You, above everyone else, are worthy of your love. Be your own best friend. Be your own cheerleader. Champion yourself. Release that stuff that no longer serves you. Release those limiting beliefs. Release the habits, the addictions, the patterns that are holding you back from having your best life. You are being supported right now by the universe, by your angels, by archangels, ascended masters, by your spirit guides, by God, by this whole community, by me, by you. Time to claim you. Live your best life. Make it your best. Make it what you always dreamt of. You do deserve that. You can make that happen. And you are being supported. You can't fail. So go for it. Until next week, I hope that you will take some of those challenges that I gave you. I hope you will do some of the journaling if you don't know what you want your life to look like. Figure it out. And then take the action. We can't just write it out. We can't just do a dream board and then think that we don't have to do anything. We still need to take the steps. If what we want to do requires more education, then sign up for that course. If one of the things that needs to happen is, or that you want to happen, is to lose some weight, Definitely drink more water. Move your body. With all this energy coming at us right now, it's really important to take care of our bodies, to love our bodies more, to give it more water, to give it more exercise. Not harsh. Think yoga. Think walking outside. Taking in deep breaths outside. So until next week, I am sending you so much love and light. Make it an incredible week. And let me know. Let me know if something comes up that changes dramatically. Like if you all of a sudden start liking something that you never thought you would, or if you all of a sudden start hating something that used to be your favorite thing, or something more. I would love to share in knowing what's happening for you. Make sure to catch Shireen Kira on Sundays. And if you haven't signed up for Money Magic, make sure to do that. I know that they've got a special coming on the 27th with Chief Phil. He is amazing. If you didn't catch it, Money Magic, make sure to go get that at ShireenKira.com. And let's continue to support each other, to encourage each other, to believe in each other. And again, begin with you. Love you more. Believe in yourself more. You got this. You deserved it. I love you. And I thank you. I'm so grateful for you to be being here with me today. And I will see you again next week live with Jim Monek. Catch Angel next week as well on Thursdays. And until then, have a great week. I love you all. Bye.